What is up, beautiful people of the internet? I go by the name of Wesley, and today we are reacting to TierZoo, one of my, and probably your as well, absolute favorite creators on the platform. We are doing the spider tier list. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna try to seem cool. I'm scared of spiders. I'm scared of them. I'm terrified of them. But I'm here today to learn from the OG, the GOAT of video game inspired animal content on YouTube. It's a specific niche, but he's the GOAT. And I'm very curious to see how these spiders stack up. I'll try not to pee my pants in fear. That being said, subscribe down below for more reactions. We've done a bunch of TierZoo reactions in the past, so make sure you check those out. And let's just hit it. See, even TierZoo thinks they're spooky. We're getting a spooky TierZoo intro. So it's not just me. You guys can't judge me. I hate spiders, bro.
There are many ways to
They're
come
so
out on
scary.
top in an encounter without actually drawing blood. Intimidation, superior maneuvering, and camouflage are all good options.
Why do I feel like this owl was a little bit hitting on me? Like, what? Like, oh my. Take it easy, owl. Stay away. Your boy's married.
They're all good options when it comes
Boy's
to
married.
taking
You're
on
handsome,
something
though.
you can't defeat in a physical battle. Perhaps one of the most underrated methods is creeping your opponent out. A good rush of fear can cause a target to freeze, to run away, or to lash out with a predictable and punishable move. A lot of builds have had the reputation of being spooky or creepy. Top contenders include bats, snakes, centipedes, cockroaches, scarabs, scorpions, rats, owls, ravens, toads, and many more. But today I want to talk in depth about...
Except, I don't think snakes are that spooky. They're like dangerous, but not spooky. And I don't think owls are either. But the rest, absolutely. The cockroaches scare the crap out of me, guys.
One creepiest build in the game. A build so diverse, successful, and powerful that it's the most common phobia of all time. The spider. The spider's creepiness factor is integral to its game plan because it helps mitigate the serious weaknesses that can come with playing the lowest weight class. Any build with a significant size advantage can one-hit a spider, but not if they're irrationally frozen in fear. This, combined with their various excellent hunting techniques, make the spider one of the best lightweight rogue classes available. Since spiders employ such a wide variety of hunting strats, today I want to go over the tier list of the spiders. There's not all that much different between each spider, except for a few...
I'm not going to use silhouettes because they would look too similar. That's hilarious.
Few things. Their venom, their mobility, and most importantly, how they use their unique ability, spinnerets.
I think they're so cool. Like, on paper, whenever you describe what spiders do, I think they're some of the most interesting, fascinating animals in the whole world. Like, they're not animals. Creatures in the whole world, right? But, bro, they just scare the crap out of me whenever I actually watch them move around. There's just something in my soul that just screams in terror every time we get a close-up of an arachnid. I don't know why.
A lot of spiders I like to cover in this video, so it's going to be a bit of rapid fire.
Okay.
So, in bottom tier, we've got two spiders that I'm betting most of you would have guessed would be close to the top. First is the brown recluse.
Really?
A spider notorious for its ability to cause its victims' flesh to rot.
It's so deadly.
Only one thing. Human support mains and data miners now believe that the necrosis is not caused by the spider's bite, but is actually the result of a MRSA infection caused by a particularly nasty clan of Staphylococcus aureus. This type of infection can be caused by any puncture wound, not just a spider bite. But spider bites are the most common misdiagnosis. Recluse spider...
Hold up. So everyone was just getting MRSA? Everyone was just getting staph, and they just thought it was brown recluses. So, like, what the hell?
Spiders already have low stats, so take away this rumor that's been keeping them relevant, and suddenly you realize how bottom tier they are. Second from the bottom is the Black Widow.
Really?
A build which relies far too heavily on its reputation, and just like the brown recluse, can't actually back it up. The Widow's bite is potent for sure, but not even close to the game-ending power rumor says it has.
Really?
Of the thousands of bites on humans each year, less than 1% result in the target's demise, and they usually only do because the target already had low health. Both of these spiders also employ camping as their main method of getting kills on other lightweight players, and while this is a legitimate strategy, spiders have access to far more effective methods. But if you're gonna camp, you might as well do it right. The key to optimizing your camping game is to maximize the area you can control from safety. In short, the bigger your web is, the easier it is to score free kills.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I feel so much better now. I think half of my fear was just that a brown recluse or a black widow was gonna pop up at some point and kill my ass. I hope that if the danger has been greatly exaggerated, maybe we can get on board with this whole spider thing. Maybe we can
The
cure
bark
my
spider takes this to the
arachnophobia.
extreme and creates a web spanning an entire river. This allows it to capture targets that normally keep their distance from the typical
That's
trap
crazy.
locations, like the elusive dragonfly. While this is all impressive, it takes a huge time and resource investment to set up, and is easily erased by anyone who notices what you're up to, which locks this spider in D tier. Along a similar vein, social spiders can also construct giant webs to control
They're
large
so
sections of the map.
scary.
Compared to the bark spider, social spiders expend less individual effort and construct a sturdier base. But the division of loot arguably outweighs this factor, and combined with the fact that they have to deal with thieves and freeloaders, I'd say that they're on the same level as the solo builders.
Same as humans. Anybody who's worked a group project knows this to be true. I have to admit, I don't think I necessarily pulled my weight in all of my group projects. It was definitely like a game of what's the least effort I can do while we still get an A on the project, and other people shoulder the burden. So I get that. That sucks. Have you guys ever seen social spiders, like giant webs in the woods? It is just horrifying. It's horrifying. I always feel like I'm in the Blair Witch Project or something when I'm going on a walk and I see them.
They don't function as a cohesive unit, like you social insects.
Oh.
Nor do they function as team players that play off of each other's strengths, like pack hunters do. It's more of a mob strategy.
Gotcha.
Anyways, while it may not be quite as
not
impressive,
coordinated.
there are much safer and less tedious camping strategies in the next tier. The trapdoor spider maximizes safety
So
by hiding
cool.
completely out of sight and using an alarm system to indicate the opportune moment to strike.
That's so cool.
The safety comes at a cost,
So
though,
clever.
as these players are much more vulnerable to environmental hazards such as flooding, frost, and whatever else the overworld throws at them. Another solid camping strategy was found by the ogre spider players.
Ogre?
Instead of hoping targets walk into their trap, ogre spiders fashion the webs into nets, which they cast directly onto anything that gets too close. They've got incredibly powerful vision.
Every time I'm about to be like, yo, it is so cool what they do. Spiders have the best names. Ogre spider, black widow spider, brown recluse trapdoor spider. But then TierZoo, you pop up this close up and it makes me feel so uncomfortable. I feel like I am looking into Palantir orbs that Saruman controls and Sauron's on the other end. Sauron's just staring back at me, bro. I've looked into the void, and the void is looking back.
At night.
Spiders
But
creep me the
because
crap
arachnids have
out!
spec'd into the iris ability, they can't turn this ability off, and as a result, they actually take solar damage every single day, destroying part of their retina.
That sucks.
Luckily, they do have a passive regeneration ability that heals this in time to be ready again the next night.
Holy
but still,
crap.
pretty huge drawback to go blind
That's
every morning.
awful.
All this balances out to stick these two spiders.
So they like have really fast healing, but they're always like dying. It's like if my arm was sensitive, if I was a vampire that had super fast healing, but I was also sensitive to sunlight, but instead of just like, I don't know, not going into the damn sun, I still just went about my day normally, and my arm would like gradually burn away, but then it would grow back. That sounds horrible. That sounds like hell. That sounds like that Greek myth where that god has his eyes pecked out every day.
in C tier. As we move up the
For
tier
them to
list,
grow back.
we move away from spiders that rely on camping and towards the more bold players. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a spider more bold than the water spider, which, instead of using its web as a trap, it uses as an air canister and goes scuba diving. This is extremely risky because of how easy it can be for players in higher weight classes to take them out.
I'm sorry, I had to tell you guys. I meant Prometheus. Prometheus, I think, is the one who got his eyes picked out every day. So that spider is literally Prometheus.
But the spiders make it work. Their bravery rewards them with the chance to catch minnows, which are worth a lot of XP for such a small hunter. Also in B tier, we've got another spider
They're
which
so
uses its web in
big.
an interesting way, as a ranged mobility debuff. The spitting spider can launch sticky webs at high speed. This is particularly useful for dealing with more mobile builds when you don't want to just camp. This move is powerful if your opponent isn't expecting it, but since it has a lot of end lag, if your opponent evades it, they'll get a free punish. This move is good, but there are other builds which use it more effectively, such as the Velvet Worm, which has much more range. At the bottom of A tier,
So
we've got a powerful
creepy.
all-rounder build with a solid offense and defense, the Tarantula. While it doesn't spec into the absurdly strong venom some other spider players do,
Creepy.
it
League
gets by
of
just
Legends
fine with brute
players.
force alone, instead opting for more damaging fangs and larger size. This allows it to win some matchups that are normally unfavorable for spiders, such as those with
Guys, tarantulas scare me the worst because they're so hairy. They scare me so bad.
thick armor or fur that's difficult to bite through unless you've got longer fangs. It also has the
Poor
ability to
mouse.
throw hundreds of little quills from its back, which can blind aggressors and allow for an easy escape.
What?
It can only be used a few times before it has to recharge, however. All this together gives the Tarantula players a great all-rounder build with only a few bad matchups like the Tarantula Hawk Wasp.
They can shoot?
On the opposite end of the spectrum from this slow giant is the most mobile spider in the game, the jumping spider. This build trades damage and defense for extremely high mobility and supreme accuracy. Obviously, this is one of the more skill-intensive arthropods, since timing jumps and landing pounce attacks is difficult.
So
But
scary.
with some practice, you can outmaneuver almost any other lightweight build and score critical hits on enemies that are normally well defended. This makes the jumping
other
spider a great
spiders?
anti-camper class. Now, I don't think there are really any spiders deserving of S tier. None dominate the meta or are so oppressive that other builds get invalidated. But there certainly are a few that come close. So in A+ tier, we've got two spiders who genuinely live up to their reputation as nightmares. One
Great.
is the Sydney...
He cured my arachnophobia, and now he's about to re-inject it straight into my veins.
funnel web spider. This build is basically what you get when you take a tarantula and optimize it for the glass cannon archetype. It doesn't have the defensive hairstorm ability like the tarantula does, but most funnel web players tend to subscribe to the best defense is an overwhelming offense strategy. This is highlighted by the fact that they tend to deliver...
Hold up, Glass Cannons, Little Mac, Alakazam, Cheetah. Oh, Cheetah's effectiveness bar is so damn low.
offense
That
strategy.
sucks.
This is highlighted by the fact that they tend to deliver several bites when threatened, instead of just biting once and trying to flee. The second is the Brazilian wandering spider, which has the most potent venom of all spiders. This spider is even more aggressive than the funnel web spider, and tends to eject more venom in a single bite than any other spider. Those two traits combined let this spider one-shot essentially anything, from mid-tiers like lizards to top tiers like apes.
But we're apes. We're apes. It's just in Brazil, right? It doesn't book an international flight, does it? Because it can kill us if it can kill apes.
Well, we've made it. Thanks for watching. And be sure to leave a video suggestion in the comments. I've gotten some great ideas that I just can't wait to cover. If you thought this video was great, be sure to go back and watch my other video about Fanged Nightmare builds.
Oh, that'd be
the
so
snakes.
cool.
And if you're interested in joining my Discord server...
TierZoo is amazing. TierZoo is amazing. I'm still horrified of spiders, but slightly different spiders. Now, Black Widow, brown recluse, whatever. Every other spider scares the crap out of me still, though. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I am Wesley. Make sure you subscribe down below for more reactions. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care of yourself. And please, don't get bit by a spider. I'll see you guys next time. I'm